All right, we're covering the central nervous system, and we're going to be looking at the parts of the brain. This is by Whitney Light and
LaDonna Naron.
Okay, go ahead and turn the page.
Okay.
All right, what we're going to look at first is the brain. If I can hold it right.
Let me hold my video.
The cerebral hemisphere is located back here. The cerebellum is right here.
Did you want to catch me?
Um,
We're split.
All right, turn it where it's anterior and posterior.
Okay.
This way. This is the anterior portion of the brain. This is the posterior portion of the brain. The longitudinal fissure runs down the middle.
It doesn't shows the other ones, but they're very pale.
Yeah. The frontal lobe is in this area right here. Parietal lobe is located towards the middle. Occipital lobe is in the back.
Okay, that's just another cutout. Okay.
And let's see, temporal lobe is right here. Part of the brainstem is back here.
Okay, next page. Now we're going into motor areas and
the motor areas of the brain.
let's see.
The primary motor cortex is located where? Right about here, right before the central sulcus, which is right here. The premotor cortex is before the primary, which is located right in that area. Let's see, let's open it where we can see the center.
All right.
We'll probably use that one a little bit better. When you're looking at the brain at this view, the parasagittal view, let's see.
Everything's sort of backwards for you. You may flip it for the picture so you find it easier.
Yeah, do it.
Okay,
on this
there we
side.
go. Go for this one.
Our video is awesome. Corpus callosum is this area right in here. Trying to think. Olfactory bulb. Can you see that on there? I don't think so. The temporal lobe on this view is, I guess, right in this area, huh?
It's gonna be behind, just sort of on the opposite side, yeah.
I can't really see it on this view.
This technically under here, basically, and here by my hand.
Yeah.
There we go.
This
Temporal
is the
area.
pons, right?
Correct.
And let's see, let's look at the other page. This is a very good picture. This is kind of like it.
If you're looking for this one, has a little bit of maybe breakdown that you might
The
be.
thalamus is located
Thalamus.
right in that area.
It's in the third ventricle, basically.
The cerebral aqueduct is a duct that runs right in this thin area here. This is a good one. Spinal cord is right here. The cerebellum you'll see on this other side. Point to it.
The cerebellum's here. The white lines that appear to be branches and trees are called the arbor vitae or vitae. I'm not sure exactly how
Vitae, I say it.
It's of the cerebellum. And then right here near and in front of, or whichever direction if you're using anteriorly, is going to be the fourth ventricle. This is, although it's really difficult to see, it's not pink and stuff, it's the corcoid plexus of the fourth ventricle for blood flow.
The round circular thing that's in the posterior commissure is the
Am I in the right spot?
interthalamic adhesion.
There. That's connector between both sides.
The septum, I don't even know, I say like pellucidum
Yes.
is located
Here in the corcoid It's listed as a fibrous membrane, I believe.
And the interventicular foramen,
It's
you
not
can't really
it's
see it in
It's
here.
basically where 15. Oh, that's no, number 6 is basically on this.
it's a
It's where number
little
6
hole.
is.
It's a foramen, so it's always a hole. That's how I remember it anyways. Medulla oblongata.
Directly below the pons.
Yep. And mammillary body, can we see that on here?
I don't believe we can. Maybe on the other side?
Let's see, mammillary body is like a little hump.
That's going to be this. It's showing there. Yes.
And I don't know if you can see the pituitary gland.
No, I'm not on that one. I think it's technically, I believe, on this one. Let's bring this back
No,
up.
everything's falling apart.
Yep, that's why we're doing this video.
Pituitary gland. Let's see.
Technically, it's here and here.
Yes. The fornix is right below the corpus callosum. So the fornix is like a little area right in this area. Right? Yeah. Maybe.
I'm thinking it's
That's
defining
that's
it. Yeah.
that pellucidum, and then the fornix is right here in this area.
I'm thinking it's actually showing it on this one with the blue.
Is it? Okay.
I can't swear that it is, but when I remember looking at the pictures, I believe it to be at that section because the white is still part of that.
Yeah.
Although here it doesn't have 2 lines on the picture in the book.
Let's see. We've got. And this is a little bit different picture. The hypothalamus is below the thalamus, and let's see. The thalamus is located.
Let's see. This is the 45. Basically, it's the thalamus and
thalamus,
also the left
and then the
ventricle.
hypothalamus will be below this area.
It's in this sort of almost like down section here.
Yeah. And everything passes through the thalamus.
Yes.
Everything passes through the thalamus. And let's see. What's something else?
Another thing that needs to be pointed out is the infundibulum. Although on here you really can't see it, but there's a little plastic piece that I'm using, I believe, is going to be the representation of this. It's like a stalk of the pituitary gland. It holds it in place, not holds it in place, but it's part of it. It's got nerve connectors and allows for flow of the hormones and the secretions back and forth between the thalamus and the hypothalamus for the posterior and the anterior pituitary.
Let's see.
The other thing that paid attention in this class that I know I missed was, and this is a very long name, and I know I'm probably going to mess it up, is the corpora quadrigemina.
Yes.
And it's here. It's really hard to see when you're really looking at the others, real brains, etc. It's superior and inferior when identified directly, and they're superior colliculus and inferior colliculus.
Yes.
But you have to know the long word, corpora quadrigemina of, take them.
Can we see those peduncle things on here? It doesn't show any of the nerves on this brain.
No, it
I don't
doesn't.
believe.
Let's see if the top comes off, if it does in that part. No, I don't believe we can.
Let's see here.
This is just showing the lateral ventricle.
Well, that's basically the overview of
The anatomy of the brain.
the anatomy of the brain. And thanks for watching our video.
Thank you.
Bye.